Hi, welcome to the first episode of the Fear the Spirit podcast. I'm your host who needs no introduction, but I'm going to give y'all one. My name is Sean. Today, I'm joined by my lovely other co-host here. One of the best of the best.
I'm Evan.
And I'm Beckham.
All right, this is the crew. We've been doing this for a hot minute. It's taken a very long time, and now we're here. This is the moment. A lot of people have graduated in the making of building this podcast, and a lot of people have gone and left. But today we're here. You know, we're doing it. This is it, man. This is the dream.
Let's go.
We're here.
Hollywood. We made it. Oh my God. Can't now. When does the money start rolling in? That's the real question.
That is a good question.
That's a good question. When the money start rolling in?
I get 50% of the earnings.
Why do you get 50%?
Terrible rule.
No.
But explain why you would, if you were to.
I called it. Like, I got it first.
You called it.
Yeah.
You called what?
Yeah, I said it first. Nobody else mentioned how much percentage they get.
Whatever.
Okay, you can't call. I'm pretty sure that's not. I'm pretty sure it goes off the producer. If anything, the producer gets more of the cut, and we kind of just get like scraps.
All right.
You're probably gonna get
Enough of this money talk. Okay.
0.25.
Listen, that's a pretty bad rule. But there's some other rules that have been embedded into the school this year.
New ones.
Some new ones that maybe some of us aren't happy with. Okay. We might need a bit of a resolution, if you will.
We need.
We need to hear some. We need some explaining.
We need the truth.
We have Miss Simmons ready to talk about these new school rules. And we're going to break it down for y'all. We're going to break it down for everybody that's listening. Miss Simmons joining us right after this.
Today we are joined by. Introduce yourselves, please.
Hi, Lisa Simmons, principal at Keller High.
Okay.
Hi guys, Miss Sydney Bramer, associate principal here at Keller High.
Today we are here with these two lovely ladies to answer some questions for us today about some of the school rules. Because some of the students kind of have problems with them. I don't know why. I think they're just simple rules, but some students have problems with them. But before we get down to like the rules and the nitty gritty of everything, we're just gonna ask you a few icebreaker questions, get you warmed up. So, number one.
Be nice to us, Sean.
Right.
When you were little, what was your absolute dream job?
Well, I'm not even joking. I actually wanted to be a math teacher when I was little. Wow. However, I went to college and I got a finance degree, and then I tried to get a job like in banking, but then I was like, no, I don't want to be sitting behind a desk all day. I really do want to be a teacher, and so then I went back and got teacher certified. Okay. Became a teacher. So, and then now I'm an administrator.
And for me, I wanted to be an accountant. And it's kind of funny why, because my mom owned her own grocery store. And so I always thought it was really cool. She had like this big adding machine thing, and she would sit there and push the buttons and add things up. That was back in the day before like little calculators and all that. It was a big adding machine, and you had this tape roll thing. And so I always wanted to do that because I thought it looked really cool. So she kind of instilled the love of numbers in me, and so I did do that worked in finance for a long time. So, and education is really a second career for me.
For real?
Yeah.
So, sorry, I wasn't born in that time period. So, how was that, how did that work?
How did?
Accounting and, because, of course, the numbers and stuff.
Oh, sure. It's just like a big calculator, but then it had a roll of tape.
It's like paper that rolls through, and
Just like a paper roll.
And so you could see everything that you're adding and stuff like that on it.
Because you'd have to go through and verify all your numbers and stuff when you were running like financial reports and stuff before we could do it on a computer. It was when we still had to do things on paper.
Is that
Yeah,
it?
I'm old. I know. It's shocking because I look young, right?
Yeah,
yes. Good answer. I feel like I just put you on the spot. You put me on the spot.
All right, question number 2. If y'all were stuck on an island, what are the 3 things you would bring with you and why?
Oh my gosh.
If I'm stuck on an island, I want to bring my husband or my kid, because I want somebody to be there with me.
Family can count as one.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you. Family. I was like, I have to choose between them because I don't know what the other two things are. I guess I can bring both of them. But and then I would want to bring, I don't know, probably some chocolate because I like chocolate. I want to have something sweet to eat. I feel like I can get water from the island or other things, but I wouldn't be able to find chocolate. And then I don't know what the last thing would be. I have to think about it.
I don't know either. I'd probably be the same way, family.
Same way, family.
My husband, my girls, my grandkids. Although they're 3 and 4, so they might make me drive me crazy.
You might be tired.
But I still would want them with me because that's really important to me. Like Miss Bramer, we're a lot alike.
I know. I thought it was funny even about finance. And
Yes, I would say chocolate would be something important to me. And the last thing, I don't really know. It'd probably have to be some type of survival tool, or I don't know, like something to maybe light to make fire, matches. I don't know, something survival.
That sounds
but
good. Yeah.
I don't know.
Or shelter or something.
Yeah,
to help me.
something.
Yeah, that'd be
That's a
good.
move. All right, question, was it number 3?
Yeah.
If you had to eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
I already told you.
Chocolate?
Chocolate. Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to go without it.
You don't want to go
So
without
you could survive off of chocolate.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's perfectly fine. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Or chocolates or cookies.
I would probably say like ice cream
Ice
with
cream?
chocolate because I love ice cream and like I try to eat healthy all week. But my one treat is on Sunday night we go out for ice cream. So like I think I would want that.
She had an Andy's last night.
I did have
Oh,
Andy's
yeah,
last night. It's so good.
Andy's is good. It's one of my favorites.
Mine too, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
All right, final icebreaker question. What is your ideal lunch period if you had to choose one, and why? Lunch A, B, C, or D?
Oh, wow. I'm probably a D luncher, just because, I don't know. I actually haven't even had lunch yet today. So I just kind of go and go and go, and then I'll be like, okay, it's time to eat lunch. So
Like late lunch?
late lunch.
Late lunch?
Late lunch, for sure.
That's good.
I'd probably say B or C because I'm like that noon time-ish because that's usually about when my body is like, you need some food. Now,
Same.
I just exactly ate Chick-fil-A before we came in here because I had too many things going on. But if I had got to pick, ideally, it'd probably be B or C, middle of the day.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, I can see that. All right. Now we're getting into
Oh, the
questions.
hard questions.
Yeah. Now you don't have to answer some of them if y'all don't want to. I can understand that. I'm not trying to put y'all on the spot here. All right. First question.
Are you sure, Con?
Yeah, we kind of are.
I know. I'm like,
I thought that was the point of this whole thing. That's why I brought her for support.
You can tell I'm kind of the hot
Okay.
stirrer here.
Question one. What was the reasoning behind not allowing students to have their phones when they go to the bathroom?
So
yeah, go ahead.
the
Go
big
ahead.
thing for us is like during academic time, so y'all can have them in the restrooms like during passing period and at lunch. Well, really, you're not supposed to, but it's a little bit harder to monitor. But ultimately, especially during academic time, you need to go to the bathroom, do your business, and come straight back to class. And what happens on occasion is if you've got your phone, you get distracted with other things. You might text other people and say, hey, let's meet up, and that kind of thing. So it was just, we found over the years that oftentimes, there'd be groups of students in places where they shouldn't be. And the way that happens is you're meeting up using your cell phone. But ultimately, there's really no point to have your phone in the restroom. You're there for a specific reason. So you need to go in there, take care of that, and then get back to class or back into the hall or back to lunch, whatever. Because there are times where students make poor choices and they might use that phone inappropriately in a restroom, and that's where we really get into trouble. So the best way to prevent that and to help you guys to make good choices is to just not have them in there. So
good.
does that,
Makes
do you have anything to add?
No, I think that I was going to say also, we did do a survey and also looked at our discipline issues from last year, and a lot of the concerns and things arose whenever students were out of the classroom. And so we think the best way to have you stay in the classroom is to make sure we leave our cell phone in the classroom, go to the bathroom, get straight back, not out trying to gather with our friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like there's really no point of me trying to like bring my phone somewhere because the bathroom's kind of dirty. I'm just kind of like a germophobic guy like that.
I like that. I like
That's
that.
good.
Like
You're
for what
exactly
purpose?
Let's stay clean.
You're exactly right.
All right, second one. What was the mindset behind not being able to prop an exterior door open anywhere in the school?
I mean, that all has to do with safety. We know the incident that everybody knows the incident that happened in Uvalde at the end of the school year. And so I think it all just came back to making sure that every single door stays closed. If we start propping doors, then sometimes even when we're not propping them, then they don't close properly. It just causes a bunch of different concerns. But mostly we just don't want to have anybody having a way to come inside our building from those doors all around the school. So.
Yep, I completely agree. And I think no one, sometimes the door is propped because you just got to run out to grab something and you're going to come straight back. But it is so easy to get distracted and to not go back to that. And so I think it's just sets us up to not have bad habits.
Yeah. And we never know who's standing outside there.
True.
You might just prop it to run to your car, teachers, or,
someone might just-
run to the trash can real fast or whatever, but you don't know who's standing around the corner or whatever and could get in. So we just really want to be safe.
Okay. What's this one? Yeah, number 3. No. You're good. Don't worry about it. Number 3. Okay. This one's kind of a. It's kind of,
Hurts both of us.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
What is it?
all right. So a person of my stature, right, of how tall I am, and well, I'm not really that tall, but kind of have a little bit of a belly going. Why isn't school lunch free anymore?
Like, where is he going with this
Oh, I
question?
didn't know either. I was like, I don't remember anything about statures.
So, school lunch is really operated through a federal program, and then we contract out to
Official.
a company that does our lunches, who is Sodexo. And so they work in conjunction with the government to make sure that we provide the appropriate lunch based on funding that we receive. And I don't know all the reasons how free lunch came about, but I know that that was as a result of opportunities that we had within the parameters that the federal government has for us to, when we do lunch for you, or we serve lunches for you guys. Because you guys know, like, if you're gonna get a standard lunch, you have to have the hot piece, you have to have fruit, you have to have a vegetable, and then you gotta have your milk, right? And that's how you get that set price. And so all those guidelines are set for us by, I think it's the federal government
it is.
that
It
does.
is the federal
Yeah,
government.
so we have to follow all those guidelines. And because of changes that were made during, I think it was just during COVID, because it's
Yep.
for the last 2 years.
That's whenever we
So-
started getting the free lunches were during COVID. But then after COVID, I think those funds went away from the so it's not even our school board, it's
No.
not even our state, it's beyond that.
the big
so,
dogs.
But I think
Dogs up top,
breakfast is still
breakfast
free.
is still free.
So
Get
we'll make
your
a
free breakfast.
we'll make
get
a
your
plug for free breakfast. There you go.
That saves me every morning.
There you go.
That's good.
There you go,
I'm glad
Sean.
you're taking advantage. That's
Yeah, I'm
good.
taking advantage of it, best believe.
All right, next one. Why is there a 3-minute minimum bathroom break? I feel like teachers are being more strict on that this year.
I think it goes back to that same question about having your phone in the bathroom, just trying to make sure students are staying in the classroom and getting back in the classroom as quickly as possible. Going back to the data that we collected, just wanting to make sure students are not out roaming the hallways, that we're staying in class. A lot of student concerns and issues or discipline things, they all happen whenever students are out of the classroom. We don't have too many issues that are happening when students are in class, so that's why we really want to cut down on those times that we're outside of class.
And I will say too, just looking at, I mean, we're in week 9 of this school year, but I will say you guys are doing an incredible job because we will officially compare like discipline data to where we were at last year. But I can tell just talking to the admin team, we have had less discipline incidents this year than what we had last fall. And so I think that speaks volumes to you guys yes, there's some new rules in place, and there's reason for those, but you guys are jumping on board, and you're doing what you need to be doing in the classroom, and then you're behaving appropriately in the hallways, at lunches, and things like that. And so, just shout out to all of our wonderful students and to our teachers too, because, anytime you have new rules, yeah, it affects you guys, but it also affects our teachers, because leaving your cell phone in the classroom required the teacher to come up with a process and what that's going to look like in our classroom. And then it's one more thing they have to manage. So now they're not only teaching you, they're having to manage who's going to the bathroom. Now they're going to have to manage who's leaving their cell phones, right? So it really requires all of us working together to have a very successful school year. And we are off to a great start. So shout out to you guys for jumping on board and
Seems
doing
like we're
what you
doing
need
a
to
pretty
do.
good job at it.
Yes, y'all are.
Yay.
Fantastic job.
All right, do I have this one?
Yeah,
This is-
you got
this
it.
one? All right. Do you have any what are the future rules of high school?
Any ones that y'all are considering to put in
Future
place?
rules. I mean, I know this is not a future rule, this is a rule in place, but I'm really surprised you didn't mention anything about the hats. Sorry, Ms. Simmons.
Dress code.
Dress code and
Favorite
hats. I feel like those are
Dress code.
our topics.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any other things.
I'm not aware of any future rules, but here's what I can say. When it comes to safety and security,
Oh, yeah.
I think that's something that we are always looking at as a campus and as a district. And so, I could see down the road that there could be additional changes coming. I'm not saying anything's coming that I'm,
That we know of,
confident
yeah.
of, but I do know, just like this year, well, really the last couple of years, we started having you guys show your IDs and checking you as you came on campus. But we've been a lot more intentional this year with that, and so I don't know if there'll be an additional layer as far as, I don't know what else we do beyond checking your ID, but I do know your ID card is very valuable. It has a, if you scan it, like you can use it at lunch, you can use it to check out a library book. But there could be additional security measures that we could take down the road, but I don't know anything, specific right at this time. But I can say, when it comes to safety and security, that's always just going to be on the table, every conversation, and always continuing to look at how do we continue to make sure that we're doing everything possible to make sure our kids can show up every day and focus on learning and not have to worry about anything else. And our staff the same way. So,
I like
but-
that.
All right, last one. What was the thought process behind limiting the amount of freedom that the student section has at the games? This is a big one. This is a big one.
The people want to know about this one. The people want to know about this one.
People want to know.
Yes, people want to know.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I'll start off with at Keller High. What you guys are we have incredible students. So academically, athletically, fine arts, y'all are very involved and very supportive. And even on an away game, oftentimes we can look up in the stands at a football game, and it's away, and our stands are packed. Oftentimes, and it's not just students; it's also parents, it's community members, and so it's always so exciting to see that. I think that the challenge that we have as individuals is just keeping in perspective that when you're at those events, you're there to support your high school. You're there to cheer on our kids. And I think that's really how we're approaching it this year is we need to be there to support Keller High, not cheer against or make fun of the other team. It's more about when you cheer on our kids, that gets our kids fired up. You cheering and calling out other players on other teams, that really does nothing for our athletes. And we've asked them. And so we've asked the coaches, and I think that's where we're coming from. And it's just trying to create that really positive environment that's just full of Keller High spirit versus all the negativity and inappropriate language or, things like that. It's not, we have great kids. We just want to
Yeah, we still want y'all to be able to have fun. We're all about that too. I don't know if you've seen Miss Bramer at football games, but I get really into it. I love to scream and yell and jump up and down. And so I think we just want people to have fun and do it in a good, positive way.
Yep.
Let's
'Cause
have
at
a
the
positive
end-
culture.
Yes.
Yes.
And honestly, I've talked to a few students recently about this topic, and at the end of the day, you guys know how it works, or I assume how it works. I don't know. That's what I'm being told, but there's no official written rule. But when y'all are up there in the stands, like usually your upperclassmen are down lower, and then it makes that progression up. Well, up at the very top of those stands, you guys remember this when you were middle schoolers, the middle school kids are, right? And then down below in that grassy area, that's where all even the elementary school kids are. And they're all watching you guys and they're learning from you. And we want to set a positive tone, not just with our Keller High students, but with our whole feeder pattern that, hey, look what it looks like to be, there at the Keller High football games. That's so cool. I can't wait till I get there. So we want to make sure that it's a positive environment for all students, all the way from kindergarten all the way to seniors. And then for our community members that show up, I want it to be positive for them too. Because the last thing I want to get is an email from someone saying, man, I can't believe how rude your kids were, or how they used inappropriate language and things like that. That's just not what Keller High is about. So there's the long answer to a really short question. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. You put a lot in perspective.
Well, thank you. I'm glad we could do that for
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, guys. Any other questions?
Can we put
it.
you on the hot
I
seat?
know. What do we have for
Yeah, go ahead. You can ask us a couple questions if
What do
you
we
want.
have?
Y'all can ask us a couple questions if you want.
Okay, so do you have a career in broadcasting in your future?
Do I have a career in broadcasting? It's sort of. Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Sure.
Maybe. I mean, I'm looking at it.
Okay,
I can
cool.
see it.
Cool. How about you?
I want to be a sports broadcaster, so someone who calls games on live TV. That's what I've always wanted to do. I've always been really into that. So
That's awesome.
I found this pathway to be my kind of upbringing to go to that and do all that. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
Very
so
cool.
cool.
I
That's
like
what my
it.
son wants to do too.
Yeah, that's so cool.
That's so
Very
cool.
good. Favorite class? Oh, I probably put you on the spot. Mr. Webster's in the room. So.
Favorite class? I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Favorite class.
Yeah, don't lie. Tell me the truth.
This class is fun, but I'm not gonna lie. Coach Hutch's for IPC. I'm sorry.
There you
I'm sorry. It's like tied between Mr. Webster and Coach
Yeah.
Hutch's for IPC.
Yeah, I can
Coach
see
Hutch's
that.
lit.
Well, good. How about you?
This class is definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, if basketball doesn't count as a period, as a class period.
There you go.
yeah,
Well, I was surprised
Basketball
you didn't
and
say
then
athletics. So
broadcasting. Got
there
it.
you go.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Very good. Very good.
Very good.
All right.
guys.
Well, thank
Are
you.
y'all ready for the homecoming game?
Yeah,
And the
I'm ready. I'm
parade?
ready. The parade, and then I heard there's supposed to be like a little pep
They're
rally.
a little. It's
Big
gonna
one.
be big.
Oh, it's supposed to be huge.
It's at the stadium.
My bad.
It's gonna be outside at the stadium. It's gonna be fun.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
there.
Same.
Thank y'all for
Same,
coming.
same.
Thank y'all for
Of
coming. It means a
course.
Thank y'all
lot.
for having
Yeah,
us.
thanks for having
we
us.
loved it.
Let's give a round of applause.
So fun.
Evan, how did you feel about the whole Miss Simmons thing with Miss what was her name?
Bramer.
Miss Bramer?
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, she was just in here and I
She
forgot.
was.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
That's okay.
How did you feel about that?
Massive weight off the shoulders, Sean. She answered all of our questions. Still, you can disagree, you can agree with the rules, but I feel like most of them were good. They're put in place for a reason.
It is what it is.
I
can't change it.
We
leave.
can't really do anything about it. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But it is good to get some clarification. You know, like get it explained to us.
I understand
least.
why. Understand why.
Food one still
Food one bugs me a little bit though.
digs deep in me, Sean.
Yeah,
It's hard to believe.
I'm sorry about that, man.
It's good, bro.
It's really hard to believe.
No,
But
the struggle gonna be real. It's gonna stay real. Can't really go nowhere.
we don't live with it.
But I'll tell you what, just to maybe change the subject here, something else that is hard to believe is that there are some people out there that think that the moon landing is fake.
It is.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Is that really, you want to go there right now?
Yes, I'm going.
Is that really what you're
It's
talking about?
fake.
Hold
you
on.
know what? I'll hop on that train too because
You're
I
with
think
him?
I think I want to go.
Let's
split the
I think I
team.
want to go there too.
I think these two buffoons, bro. Complete clowns.
Nah,
Can you hit the clown? Hit the clown sound, please.
I'll think. Can we
Clown
get the
sound's
sound?
coming. Look, you are.
Class sound.
We don't have the clown sound yet, ladies and gentlemen, but don't worry. Soundboard's underway. Anyway,
We're gonna bring that clown sound back when we
Yeah.
just completely destroy you. Here's the deal, Evan. How can you fake that? Okay. How can you fake that? All the pictures, all of the the documentaries, the film, everything that's out there on this thing, Evan. Houston, we have a problem. Arguably one of the greatest,
It doesn't matter.
used known quotes of all time.
That doesn't make them.
What do you mean?
It doesn't make the moon landing
Dude.
real. I
Yes,
believe.
it
I
does.
believe
Rocks.
that.
There's so many quotes
the
that
moon.
are famous, more famous than that, and they're fake. They're all fake.
Then name a quote, bro.
Oh, like TV shows. TV shows are fake.
No,
Kobe.
I am your father. Like,
It's Luke, I am your father, not no, I am your father.
It's no, I am your father. It's what it says
Give
in
it
the
up.
movie.
Give it up. Give it up.
Yeah. Look, Evan, here's the
No,
deal.
I got
you
you
no
trapped.
proof.
I believe they went to space. I don't believe they landed on the moon though, and went
Yeah.
all the way back.
Sorry.
Astronaut food.
Okay, they heard me.
Astronaut.
They went to space.
Wade think that's funny. He thinks it's funny. Hey, let me tell you something. It's not. You can't fake that, dude.
You said it. There's no stars
totally
in the pictures,
can.
Beckham.
That really?
Yep.
How many times you walk outside and you look at?
We have the
stars?
atmosphere in our way. We're on the planet Earth.
all the-
If they're on the moon in space, they should be able to see the stars in pictures.
It's a good point.
Okay. Here's what I want you to do then, Evan.
Sean, you on our side now?
No, because you want to know why there's no stars in the pictures?
Oh God.
Yeah, I got you with this
Oh
one.
my God, here you
Got
go.
an answer for
Here it
everything.
goes.
Gotta
Why?
answer
Why?
it. Gotta-
Why?
Why?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Sean.
Because photographers actually have this problem a lot. Like, it's actually in like their daily lives as a professional photographer.
excuse, bro.
And excuses, I'm just stating facts.
State the fact.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So it's like the foreground. So what happens is that like the stuff in front of it's like the rocks and the dust and like the moon itself would sit there and it would take up like most of it, and so the camera would focus on only
Yep.
that ground, but it wouldn't really be able to like.
You be believing everything you
resonate.
hear, Sean.
What do you mean? It's facts. It's facts.
Everything.
That's
Google
what the
says is
government
real.
wants you to think, man.
It's factual.
It's the fact.
Walk,
like
walk
the
up to a
government took them
professional
to, dude.
photographer and ask them about foreground, and they will tell you how much of a pain it is to get around. To anyone. Matter of fact, right above us is a photographer room. So go for it, please.
Let me just go spend my time walking
should.
up there and asking a dumb question.
You should. Maybe
It's
go.
fake.
You know
It's
what?
fake.
You know what? We can go all day long with this. We really can.
But
And we're gonna declare this a win for me and Sean.
Buffoon.
And let me tell you something.
How can you declare it?
Well, because we're the winners.
'Cause we can.
There's no winners. They,
Yeah.
Listen,
God.
but let me tell you
You can
something.
believe what you want.
We
It's all
won.
right.
Let me tell you something, Evan.
Y'all only have stars.
Let me hold on, Sean. We're the winners. We got another segment coming up where I'm gonna bring Wade Price up here, and we're gonna battle that out. We're gonna debate and we're gonna talk, and I'm gonna tell you that I am gonna win no matter what happens. I don't care what you hear. I'm
He's
gonna
already
win.
0 for 1 for
Well,
today. I don't know.
you already lost, so let's hope you win.
You should
We'll
start
be-
to practice.
right back after this.
Tearing
See
them
ya.
up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wade's Take, where we have Wade Price and Beckham Robinson. They're going to duel it out over some sports topics that I'm going to give them, and we're going to get right into it. Wade, I want you going first.
I'll let B-Rob go first here.
Okay. Who is going to be the 2023 Super Bowl champion?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. This is something that I haven't talked about in a while. We have not done a Super Bowl topic ever. A lot of great teams in the NFL right now. I think my choice for the Super Bowl champion is going to be the Buffalo Bills. And here's why. First of all, starting with their quarterback, Josh Allen. I think in the NFL, if you don't have a quarterback at all, you're done. There's a lot of great teams out there with a lot of great coaching that are one quarterback away from being good, and you see that very often. The Bills have a franchise quarterback in Josh Allen. He can run it. He can throw it. He's got a cannon. He's got a great receiving core with him. And the division that they're in right now isn't great. It's on the rise, but they're favorites to win the division. They're just about to get over the hump and beating Kansas City. They lost to them last year in the divisional round, and they actually just went to Arrowhead and beat them. So they're on the rise. Second of all, the coaching. Sean McDermott, the head coach in Buffalo. Great experience.
McDermott doesn't have a ring.
Great experience. Knows what he's doing. He's going to get over the hump as well. I think he really tries to fire up his team and get them to compete and win, and I think that's what they've done. So the Buffalo Bills, I think they have the best chance to win the Super Bowl this year, and I don't see any other team doing it.
Okay. The Buffalo Bills always choke in the playoffs. I'm just telling you that. But this might be a little biased here.
but I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys.
Shocker.
You know why? They have Mike McCarthy, one of the best coaches in the NFL. He has a ring. Does McDermott? I don't think so. 0. McCarthy, 1. Yeah, that's right. And people say their offense isn't as good, but I think it's just as good as the Bills. And I'm telling you, their defense for the Cowboys is insane. I mean, they have Micah Parsons, one of the best defensive players in the NFL. And I'm telling you, with a quarterback like Dak, I think he can lead them the way to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you, the Bills are not going to do it. The Cowboys.
Well, wait, I disagree with you. One, you talk about coaching. You mentioned McCarthy has a ring. That's great. Okay, that was 10-plus years ago. McCarthy's time management, as we've seen before, is not very good.
It's bad, but it's going to get better, and it has gotten better over the season.
Second of all, our defense is – I am a Cowboy fan, and our defense is pretty freaking good. I honestly think it might be the best defense in the NFL.
It is the best defense in the NFL.
But it's only going to take you so far because when you can only score 3 points at home to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, who are terrible. And
that's the first game of the season.
Yeah, that's great. And
A lot of
then you
NFL
go to
teams get
Philadelphia.
rusty.
You go to Philadelphia, and your defense plays, not great, but
Philly
pretty freaking good.
only won by 9 points to Cooper Rush that threw 3
I know.
interceptions. You really
3
think
picks.
that's good?
3 picks. That brings me to my third point, Wade. This offense isn't as good. You telling me that Dak Prescott is maybe just as good, maybe a little bit worse, but maybe even a bit better, is insulting to Josh Allen. I don't even think Dak Prescott's in the same ballpark. Dak Prescott has had so many chances to take us where we want to go. Lost on the wild card last year. Lost the divisional at LA. Losing as the number 1 seed at home against Green Bay in 2016. I don't think Dak Prescott can do it. And I think there's a lot of Cowboy fans out there that can agree with me on that. Josh Allen can do it. Did they lose in Kansas City last year? Yes, but they're going to get over the hump, and they're going to be able to control the AFC, and they will win the Super Bowl this year.
We're going to let you fans at home decide who won that argument. We're ready to get in the next one, Wade. I know you're a big NHL fan. Who do you think's going to win the Stanley Cup this year, Wade?
I'm going to go with the Dallas Stars. They got a new head coach this year named Pete DeBoer. I think he has a lot of good talent. And yes, the Stars have been taking a lot of penalties this year. They really have. But that'll get better because DeBoer came over to fix the offense, and their offense is scoring a lot more. Their offense is looking really good this year. I'm going to have to tell you this. One of the best offenses in the NHL. The past 4 or 5 games, they've outscored their opponents 13-3. 13-3, Beckham. That's insane. And they have a record of 4-2-1 right now.
Wait, hold on. Their last how many games?
Their last
3
4
games?
or 5.
Okay.
13-3, outscored. That's insane. And they're sitting at a 4-2-1 record right now. And they're tied with the Av right now on top in the Central. And they got the Caps at home tonight. And I think they win that because DeBoer is their head coach. And you know why they win that game? Because DeBoer is more skillful than the Caps head coach. And let me tell you this. This is big time. They have one of the best goalies in the NHL named Jake Ottinger. And if there's some injuries mid-season, I think the Stars don't have a problem because Pete DeBoer will just go up to the OHL and AHL because they have some good players, like a guy named Wyatt Johnson who came up this year, 19 years old. He came from the OHL. He played 58 games. He scored 40 goals in the 58 games. That's impressive.
In the OHL?
Yes, that's very impressive. You know that? And he has 2 goals this season so far in 7 games. I think that's pretty good. He might be the next star on the team. And I'm telling you, DeBoer had really, really good seasons in Vegas. He had a winning record, like a big winning record, I'm telling you. And I think the Stars can go the full distance to win the NHL Stanley Cup.
So you think it's the Stars?
I do.
You do? Okay. You know, a lot of great points right there. He knows what he's talking about. But I got to disagree with you on that one. You know, I don't think the Stars are going to win the Stanley Cup this year. First of all, I will tell you, I think my team that I'm going to pick is Colorado Avalanche. And here's why. I think the Avalanche, at the end of the day, have the most depth. They fly around. Like you said, they're tied with the Stars right now in the Central Division. Also coming in as the reigning Stanley Cup champions, the
Can
defending
you name me
reigning.
the Avs coach?
No, I can't. I cannot
That's
name you the Avs
embarrassing.
coach. Yeah, right.
That's embarrassing.
Maybe I don't know as much about as hockey as you do, Wade, but I do know as much about the Stars. First of all, you talk about goalkeeping. Yeah, Jake Ottinger is a great goalie, but then you bring in this Wedgwood kid who, when we go over to Ottawa and play the Senators, he allows 4 goals and we lose. And you were telling me earlier that we've outscored our opponents like 13-3, and we let up just 4 goals in that game against the Senators. So we don't even know if that's factual. Second of all, when you mentioned DeBoer a lot, DeBoer coming over from Vegas, you know, this team doesn't have a lot of depth. And we can talk about going down to the OHL and the AHL, whatever those minor league hockey leagues are. You can't continue to do that weekly, even monthly. You can't bring up 2 19-year-old players and expect to go deep into the playoffs and even maybe win a division, especially with a team that's in your division that just won the Stanley Cup last year. Okay? The Stars don't have the depth. Ottinger can't play. How many games do we play in a hockey season? How many games do you play in
That's
hockey?
embarrassing. It's 82.
82 games. You think Jake Ottinger could play 82 games?
No.
No.
That's why they got Scott Wedgwood.
And Wedgwood's terrible, dude.
He's not as bad as people think, dude.
Wedgwood's pretty bad. He's
No,
not
he's
good.
not.
He doesn't have he hasn't. How many? We've played him 2-3 games this year. He hasn't won a game for us, dude. It's Wedgwood's not good. Wedgwood isn't gonna take us where we want to go. You know I'm right. You know Wedgwood's not as good as Ottinger, and when Ottinger's not in, we're in trouble because we
aren't
can't
in
keep the
trouble.
puck. We can't
You know
keep
what?
the puck on our offense.
We aren't in trouble because Wedgwood was playing against the Toronto Maple Leafs in Toronto, and we still got a point out of that game, and we had a chance to beat one of the best teams in the NHL.
Was it
when
a
Scott
win?
Wedgwood was in. I mean,
Was
I
it
would
a
have
win?
loved to win, but at least we still got a point, and that helps us in the Central Division in the NHL this year. So you're saying that Scott Wedgwood gave us a chance to win in Toronto. I know we lost. Yes, we did lose. But he gave us
I'm
a
saying
shot
he
to
helped
win the
us
game.
lose.
We
No.
gave it.
No. When
I'm
Ottinger
telling you,
is not
he
in,
gave us a shot to win the game in Toronto, and we lost that game because defense had a poor play, and that's why we lost. But at least we got a point.
Okay, I'm talking about wins, and we're talking about, well, this is who's going to win the Stanley Cup here. Maybe points aren't your biggest. Points aren't what we're shooting for. We're shooting for wins here, right? So, my pick is Colorado Avalanche, going with depth, going with experience, and overall smart play. So, that's my pick.
We got
I disagree.
we got a lot of mixed opinions here, but that's gonna do it for today, folks. Thank you for watching. That's Wade's Take. We'll see you next time.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm pretty hungry.
The man is hungry.
So that's what I'm saying.
Trying to eat.
So what a coincidence. We got the tier list, the computer with the tier list. We're gonna rate some things for you.
Yeah, we're just gonna
gonna
do a
be lit.
little discussion. Just rank what's the best of the best and the worst of the worst of some of the most popular fast food. I mean, we have a bunch of options, a bunch of different types. Let's just dive straight into this. Taco Bell. What do you guys
Evan,
think?
I know you're pretty
Yeah, I
strong
think you'd be the best one to talk about this
Taco
out of
Bell.
that.
yeah, why
Absolutely.
don't you start off?
Talk about that trash restaurant.
I don't think it deserves trash, and let me tell you why.
Why?
That it definitely ain't up there, but the drink they got was.
I don't know if the Baja Blast can save it.
Baja
I don't
Blast.
know.
It's pretty gas. Second, they have a couple food items that are decent food. You can't put it in trash and say everything's bad.
Can you name
So,
a decent food there?
Burritos.
okay, their names are pretty
trash.
weird, and I don't know them all. I don't go there that often, all right? But I do get this taco, and it's a hard shell taco, but they also wrap a soft shell
The
around
Crunch
it.
Wrap Supreme?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, Sean. Sean knows his names.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Sean's the expert.
So, therefore, I think it deserves a C and not completely trash, even though it's pretty hit.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I think
I think
it's
it's
Deal with that.
I think it's
Oh, this is good one, guys. Raising Cane's.
A.
Debatably the best sauce in fast food.
I think it
If
is.
y'all see me walking around in the halls in school, y'all know what I got on most of the time. I'm repping the Canes merch. I got the Canes shirts on. It's
true.
For hat day, I had a Canes hard hat. Ain't nobody know. Come on now. Who repping Canes more than I am?
Man loves
no
his
one.
chicken.
A tier. It's a good A tier. It's not S tier. It's not S tier.
I think it's A.
It's a good A tier.
Give it an A. Even
Yeah.
though sauce is overrated, but we can talk about
A little.
that.
That's opinionated.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, this one might be controversial. Panda Express.
Listen, I will say, we gave you Taco Bell. We got a group here. But I think,
Y'all agreed with me on this.
even
see?
though I am who I am, I can talk about Panda Express. Okay?
That's what's up.
Absolutely the worst
When's the last time you've had it?
Yeah.
Chinese food,
Worst Chinese
Asian food,
I've had
Vietnamese,
I've had worse.
Taiwan.
There's just
I don't
so
care.
many better
Not
options.
good. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, whoa.
Put this in trash. Let's move on.
Do you think it's better than Taco Bell?
No.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
so it goes in B tier.
I heard it.
It goes
I had to
in
check
B.
myself on the question that you were literally comparing trash to C tier. And there's a big gap.
It's B.
Okay.
It's trash.
My calculations.
C.
You think
Trash.
Panda's
Trash.
worse than?
Don't do
Whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa,
You think Panda's
whoa.
worse than Taco
it.
Bell?
Yes.
If you give Panda to
I
me
don't
now, I'll
think
tear it
so.
apart.
It's
I'll tear
3
it
against
apart.
1, Beckham here. We gotta
Dude,
go. We gotta go
oh
C
my-
at least.
You
C,
guys are,
C.
dude. Baja Blast is on the same level as Panda.
I think
Yes, it
Taco
is.
Bell should be in trash.
Just keep it there. Keep it at C. Keep it at C. We gotta
Okay.
keep trash for there's nothing good
Okay,
about this.
now, can I?
Beckham,
listen,
this is a good one for you, right?
I will talk about this one. Let me tell you something. Used to live on the other side of town.
Jersey Mike's
I was across the tracks. Okay,
Jersey Mike's up.
I was on the other side of the I was on the other side of the tracks, and I had to come over the tracks to eat the number 7 regular on wheat. The best meat, the best bread, the best atmosphere. The people you go in there, you meet them, they're nice. This sandwich blows
Mostly.
every single sub shop chain in America out of the water. If this isn't S tier, then I don't know what
I
is.
agree that it is the best sub shop,
look.
but
It's
at
not
the end of the
S
day,
tier.
at the end of the day, it's a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
It's too
But dude,
basic for me to
it's-
put in S
Jersey
tier.
Mike's
It's
is
the
so.
meat.
No,
it's
it's not.
the meat.
It is consistent. I'll give
It's
it that.
consistent.
It's
It's a
consistent.
Come on,
sandwich
bro.
shop.
It's
though.
so good.
Nobody likes Jersey Mike's.
I don't think it's
You can't
amazing.
judge it.
It's cool. It's a cool C tier.
You can't judge
I
it.
would give
Hold
it
on.
a B.
You can't judge it off of game meals in the box.
We're gonna give you A.
All right,
No, nah.
I'll settle for that.
Okay, wait, Sean, what do you
I
think?
can get a pro sandwich connoisseur in here right now at the moment.
Who?
All right, my girl in ASL. All right, yeah. She's sitting there right next to me. Eats the same sandwich every day. I watched her have the sandwich today. Actually, it was insane. She says the way she goes into detail about the sandwiches is insane. I think
So you're
Jersey
talking good
Mike's-
about it right now.
No,
it
I'm
goes in
talking
A
about.
tier.
She's had better sandwiches than
All
Jersey
right,
Mike's that
all
she's
right,
made
all right.
herself.
Where to go?
So
We
Jersey
get
Mike's,
it.
it's not good. It's a good B tier. It's a good B tier.
Put it in A. Put it in A. Let's move on.
Put it in A,
It's
put it in
It's
A.
Okay,
It
whatever.
is. It is. It is.
Out of respect for you.
Thank you.
Football team says.
In and out.
In and out.
Hey, little nugget for you here.
I'm gonna keep quiet on this one.
Little tidbit of knowledge. You know that you can only get In and Out in California, Arizona, and Texas.
Awful.
No.
You can't get it in Florida.
Can't get in Florida.
Mississippi.
Florida's missing
Nada.
out. You can't get it nowhere. Washington D.C. can't get it there. New York can't get
People
it there.
in Ohio cannot get
Massachusetts.
in and
Can't
out.
get it there. In Ohio,
North and
Ohio
South
can't get it
Dakota.
there.
Boston.
Alaska can't. Get
Where's
it
it
there.
going?
I say it goes C.
C.
What?
That's a
You're outnumbered
that's
here.
a
I'm
decent.
sorry. It's
I'd
not
give it a
going
B.
C tier.
give it a B at
Anything with
least.
C tier is for me is on
I'll
par
let
with
it
Taco
slide.
Bell.
Fries
I'm
and
even-
fries. Listen,
I'm a little mad that Panda's there at C tier because
Fresh
Taco
egg.
Bell is the
Sean, when
lowest
we
of
get
the
up
low.
to your restaurant,
What's my restaurant?
exactly,
hey.
exactly.
What's our restaurant?
I think
Explain.
we all know.
Okay, that's
you
for
pull
later.
into the In-N-Out drive-through. They got the long, big windows. You see them cutting the fries back there.
Yeah.
Flipping the patties, flipping them. B tier, average.
Listen,
Move on.
it's everything you want, nothing that you don't want.
Five Guys.
Five.
Who
Okay.
really eats at Five Guys? Five
Listen,
Guys is
listen.
underrated.
Let me talk.
It's underrated, but it's too overpriced.
Best fries, best burger in the entire the entire fast food industry. Some amazing shakes. If you go to certain locations, they'll serve shakes.
You don't think
I
it's
mean,
overpriced?
you know what I love about
but
Five
the-
Guys? You walk in there, they're gonna have a big old bucket of peanuts sitting there for you.
Yeah.
Come
I'm
on
allergic
in,
to nuts.
crack you some peanuts, throw them on
I'm
the floor.
allergic to nuts.
And then on
Can't
top of
have
that, they're gonna lay out and they're gonna show you what you will be consuming. They got all their potatoes sitting over there in the
It
corner.
is the best
Fresh
quality
from
ingredients ever at
Boise.
any fast food restaurant.
I'll give you this. It's good quality. It's good quality.
Overpriced.
It is
but when I'm
too
sitting there
expensive,
and I got
though.
like my $10 or $15, I'm not even gonna be able to get like a sandwich for that.
Hey.
It's too expensive.
B-tier.
It's too high quality.
Better,
I think
it's better
it's
than
a good
Panda.
The food is S tier,
Put it at
but the price A. I think it's A.
It's not on the same.
It's not on the same level as Jersey Mike's. Not even close.
I extremely disagree.
Jack
Okay,
in the
but-
Box.
no, that's
Nobody
great.
likes Jack in the Box.
This one right now, trash.
Trash.
Trash. Thank you.
Trash.
Our producer does
Why
not
don't you get over
agree
here
with
and say
this.
something about it?
Our
If you really want to
producer
just go
is
over
the
there and
only
whine,
person
David.
that's keeping Jack in the
Yeah,
Box.
yeah,
in
Needs
yeah.
to
business
hop
right now.
off
What do
Jack
you
in the
got? What do you
Box.
got? What do you got?
As someone who helped made this tier list, I just want to say
We are making this tier list.
I put Jack in the Box on this tier list just for the fact that I think it's S tier. Personally, in my opinion, they have one of the best hard shell tacos.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at. Are you on this podcast? You're not.
Listen, I own you.
You're not.
The man likes his tacos.
Okay, but however, the shakes as well. I've heard
Desserts, yeah.
some shake talk, but Jack has the best shake.
It doesn't.
Best desserts.
Get off my show.
I own you.
He owns us. Yo. Trash tier.
We're not gonna listen
Okay.
to anything
Burger
he has
King,
to say.
trash.
Now hold on.
Trash.
Here's what I will say.
We're going trash.
Here's
Trash.
another. You know,
Trash.
maybe some
How
people
can
leave.
how can they make
Awful.
like eight
I will say
nuggets
this.
$1?
Let me
Burger
tell
King.
you where Burger King does deserve credit. Okay,
Tell me.
advertising. Chick-fil-A.
I'm not
let me
gonna lie.
let me take Chick-fil-A for example.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A nowadays, you got some random location in Greenwood, Tennessee, and they're gonna bring little Sally that works, and she's got she knows the girl that lives down the street. I don't want to hear about that. What I want to see is the grill fired up, and I want to see some dude in a king that just his face is standing right there, and he's advertising that we got breakfast now, and it's not very good, but come on down to Burger King, and we got the Whopper, and we got the Triple Whopper, and we got the 2 for $17, and we got the Whopper.
I'm gonna have to agree, but the food just isn't it. Their
The food's
marketing
trash.
is
Yeah, it's
genius.
pretty.
So you know
horrible.
what? At the same time,
It's on par with Taco
it's
Bell.
on the same level as Panda Express because they're both pretty bad. You can throw it up there at C only because
Their marketing.
of the advertising. It has literally nothing to do with anything else. If you're in the same parking lot, you're not going to eat at Burger King.
Why do we care about advertising?
Because
Why are we
you
talking about
skimmed it.
this?
You can picture the commercial right now.
They
Am I
may-
right?
they may be
you know
going
what I'm
try
talking
the
about when you
chicken
think of you see a Burger King commercial every single time you watch TV.
No, I don't. I don't even watch TV.
I mean,
I watch Netflix. That's not true. And I watch Hulu.
We're talking about the
Wade
average.
doesn't.
Nobody
Wade doesn't think
watches
so.
actual
Next.
TV anymore.
No, that's
not true.
Nope.
Where's it at? Okay, it's there.
Wade tries to get on. Okay,
Wingstop.
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 Great fries, man.
This
Some
one?
great fries.
Phenomenal.
People can lean both ways with this one. There's some
Wingstop-
places where you can get wings, and then there's some places where you can get Wingstop and get you some good fries. Lot of variety.
See.
What do you think, Sean?
Wingstop is either a hit or a miss.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Depends
It is
which day you
inconsistent.
go, how you,
What location?
It really depends. What location? Which ways you like what days you go? Like it's insane. Cause I went one time, I got me my little wings, whatever, and I'm expecting sauce on my wings. No sauce on the wings.
Sauce on my wings, man.
I had no sauce on the wings. Like that's like for no sauce on the wings, bro.
But other times you go, it's.
And then like the next time I went, it was normal. There was sauce on the wings. Fries were nice, sweet, a little spicy. They were good. I had my drink on the other hand. It was good.
I'll tell you, I do. I've got a buddy, and he knows who he is. He's a big fan of Wingstop, and he'll tell you there's no other place to get better wings.
Why don't you shout him out?
Tanner,
TC.
Chorns,
Jordans.
you love you some Wingstop. So we're gonna respect it.
I think it goes B.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And it could be higher, it could be lower.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for consistency.
It could be S tier some days.
Some days.
Some days.
It
You know what?
Very much on the mood.
Next one right now, Not Canada, not Mexico, but America's drive-in.
America.
America.
Sean, I'm sure you've been to Sonic
Of course.
2 or 3 times. Mm-hmm. Do you like their corn dog?
Yeah.
Do you think that it's on the same level as Wingstop?
It's like interrogating him.
Do you like
it's more of a-
Oreo Blasts?
Okay.
I'm gonna make this quick.
It's a snack place.
Yeah, thank you. It is a snack place.
but they do
Snacks,
have
snacks,
phenomenal
snacks.
snacks.
Tater tots.
I'm gonna go with B.
Later.
I'd agree
I'll
with
agree with
that.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go B.
B tier, we got it, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, this is a good one.
Okay,
this
now-
is a good one.
This one right here.
Chick-fil-A!
We live.
Nobody really likes chicken. I mean, let me say this right now. Chick-fil-A is overrated.
It is.
It is, but it's
But it's
still
still good.
amazing.
We live in what you would consider the South. I think DFW, you know, you go out to Abilene, maybe.
They has.
They cut it off. You know, DFW is the South. And you're going to find a lot of Chick-fil-A locations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's really like one right over there.
Yeah, there's
What-
like one every like 2 blocks.
What sells it for me is this. You got great sweet tea, okay?
Oh, my God.
You know they're iconic for their chicken. But what this place has, that when this place came and hit the map way before we were born, is their breakfast is pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Their breakfast competes.
Them
Their
chicken
sauce.
biscuits.
I think it goes.
Them chicken
They're
biscuits.
everything. They're
Chicken
all their.
minis.
Oh my God, spicy chicken sandwich might be one of the greatest things I've ever put in my
You're
mouth.
hitting this. If it's there, you're getting it. I think you can go higher in that, Cam. I think that's pretty fair.
I think it's fair
You
too.
got customer service.
You
That's a little
gotta
overrated.
put some
Listen,
respect
I
on its
I
name.
talked earlier about their advertising, and I said I'm not a huge fan of that.
I
commercial.
never see a Chick-fil-A
It's
commercial.
just like not.
I
that,
do. I actually see them a lot,
Not
and I
that
feel
many,
like they're always like.
not that many options.
It's always like interviewing like some like like customer. I think it's a little bit too like.
Oh, yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I think
so
it
gets a little
goes
too much
A.
personal.
I'm not mad at S, but I would personally pick A.
This
Yeah,
is-
I think it's S.
you know what?
I think most people would say it's S.
Yeah.
I think it's higher than Cane's,
What-
and for that
What
reason,
do
Yeah.
for Keller?
you go with
I
Chick-fil-A.
would agree with that.
See. Now you talking
Now
about some
listen, okay.
iconic chicken. You talking about
This
some
next
iconic
restaurant-
chicken.
Salt. That's
You
all
talking
salt.
about KFC. KFC is some iconic chicken.
This next-
KFC ain't never failed me before.
This next restaurant, I think we all just be quiet
Let Sean.
Yeah.
and we let this man talk.
Yeah.
Sean,
Give him some time.
you got 2 minutes.
I was already talking in the first place and you interrupted.
Hey.
Don't worry, I'm gonna let it slide.
That's
I'm
on
gonna
me,
let it
big fella.
slide.
That's on me, big fella.
Don't even front. You talk about iconic chicken. That is iconic chicken. KFC is iconic chicken. The chicken come off the bone crisp, smooth. They got other things. The deals are insane, and the biscuits ain't dry.
Biscuits.
Them biscuits ain't dry. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I love a good
I ain't never
biscuit.
had a dry biscuit from KFC. All right, the Jack Harlow meal. I tried that. Jack knew what he was doing. Putting the mac and cheese on the chicken sandwich. Impeccable. A mega
Sean, what's your choice here?
from what, KFC? Check this out. That crispy chicken sandwich, them fries, biscuits, and mac and cheese. Because guess what? Jack Harlow got me hooked on that mac and cheese on my chicken sandwich. Anytime someone got mac and cheese and chicken sandwich,
Sean, you may be disappointed
Put it on the book.
in my statement here, but
Where are you going?
I've never been to KFC.
Oh wow.
Never
I'll take
tasted
it.
it. You need to
Don't
take
worry,
me, Sean.
don't worry.
It's,
Where are
it's
you going,
pretty
John?
good. It's decent.
Where we going?
I would say B tier, but yeah, just pop, just
what
put,
you want,
just
Sean.
put it where you want
Put
to
it
put
here.
it.
Your
Yep.
show.
We're not gonna be mad at you, as long as you put it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of mad now. Okay, let's move on. Now,
Make it these.
this one right here.
Now.
Here's another nugget for you.
A tier. I get it.
Tokyo doctors and scientists have come together and did some math, and they found out that McDonald's feeds 1% of the population every day.
That's
so
crazy.
people like it. So where are we putting it, Camden?
I think it's A tier.
The deals are insane. I'm talking like this is like the dollar store of like fast food joints.
And then one more thing, I will say this: best fast food breakfast, right above Chick-fil-A, no doubt in my mind. Put it up there at the S tier. Iconic, you know it, you see it. Golden Arches,
I'll get
quarter
it.
pounder with cheese
It's
Big Mac,
just not S.
hot cakes with sausage.
Quite
Throw it
frankly,
up there.
it's mid. It's mid.
Dude, but it's the iconic.
It has great
go
breakfast.
A.
I think it should be A tier. I'm
Alright,
fine with
well,
A
it's A.
tier.
That's fine. You know what?
The Wendy's
The most underrated fast food restaurant. It
The
is
$5
so
biggie
good.
bag. See, I was talking about The dollar store.
Deals.
Chocolate.
The
Why
dollar
do
store
people eat
fast
at
food
McDonald's? We can have Wendy's.
Frosty.
This is the Dollar General.
it goes B. I think
of
it goes B.
5-star joints. Well, we're gonna throw it in the B.
It's higher than Burger King. It's on the same level as In-N-Out and Sonic.
Yeah.
Okay, now this
A
this
tier.
last one.
S tier. S tier. S tier. S
You
tier.
talking water?
Let me. Can I speak?
You know what, Evan?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Go ahead and tell us.
You got this one.
There's just not. If you're a Texan, if you live here, you know the feud between In-N-Out and Whataburger. Whataburger is the best fast food place of all time. My favorite burger I've ever had is there, and I get it every time. The avocado bacon burger. Phenomenal. Fries, decently good, depends on your location. But I just think their shakes are good. They're just everything
oh my
about
God,
it's
the
just
Dr.
perfect.
Pepper
Taquitos.
shake.
I think it's S tier.
It hits
So
different.
such
It hits
an easy
different
S tier.
after the varsity game.
You know what?
I'm saying.
Why don't you plop that?
Go ahead, bro.
S tier.
Do this for all the people.
Yeah.
out
No
there.
doubt in my mind.
Okay.
So you know what?
Well.
Maybe everyone's a little mad with KFC, but that's okay.
It's okay.
We respect everybody.
We
I don't know why
understand
y'all
your
are mad,
opinion.
but anyway, I think this is pretty. I'm pretty.
Yeah, pretty,
I like it.
pretty
I like
good
it.
list.
So, I think that's all we really got.
Wade ain't happy.
Sorry.
He's not
Wade's
happy.
But
pretty
this isn't
happy.
his show.
I know, but I think that's all we really got for today. So, I think as we wrap it up here, because we only got so much time. I mean, like, thanks for enjoying the first episode.
We wanna-
In case I don't see you.
Thank you all
Good
for
afternoon,
watching.
everybody.
Good evening and good night.
Good night. Bye.